If you're over 60, then every bite you take, every habit you keep, and even the foods you think are healthy can directly affect your heart. But let me ask you this. What if some of the vegetables you eat every day? Yes, vegetables could actually be slowing you down. As a cardiologist, I've witnessed this more times than I can count. Older adults walk into my clinic thinking they're doing everything right, eating leafy greens, cutting back on sugar, steering clear of fried foods. But what they don't realize is that certain vegetables, when cooked the wrong way or taken alongside medications, can silently push the heart toward trouble. Some cause your blood pressure to rise. Others block the effectiveness of crucial medications. And a few may even carry bacteria that your aging immune system struggles to handle. That's why in this video, I'm urging every senior watching, please stop eating these 5 vegetables, at least not the way you're currently preparing them. I'll break down each one, explain why it poses a risk, and show you heart-smart alternatives you can use instead. The silver lining. These dangers are completely preventable. You just need to know what signs to watch for and what swaps to make. Because the very first vegetable on this list, it's probably sitting in your fridge right now. Before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and tap that button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on more health tips designed just for you. If you find this video helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can make it even better for you. 1. Pickled cucumbers. The salty snare silently squeezing your heart. They're crunchy, tangy, and seem like the perfect companion to a sandwich. Pickled cucumbers, or simply pickles, often feel harmless, maybe even refreshing. But if you're overwhelmed, especially with a history of high blood pressure or heart disease, this seemingly innocent snack could be doing more harm than you think. Most folks don't think twice about tossing a few slices on their plate. But here's the kicker. Those little green bites are soaked in brine, loaded with sodium, sometimes over 0 milligrams in just one serving. That's nearly 2/3 of the daily sodium limit recommended for older adults in just a few crunchy pieces. Sodium isn't just a taste enhancer. It's a compound that pulls water into your bloodstream, raise blood volume, and put serious strain on your heart and blood vessels. Over time, this extra pressure can lead to high blood pressure, stiffened arteries, and eventually, heart failure. I've seen patients puzzled as to why their blood pressure wouldn't budge. They'd cleaned up their diet, quit fried foods, started exercising, even gave up alcohol. But they never thought the small pile of pickles on the side could be quietly derailing all that progress. The most alarming part, salt damage doesn't send warnings. No symptoms until bam, a stroke, chest pain, or the chilling diagnosis of congestive heart failure. As we age, our kidneys lose efficiency in filtering salt, and our arteries become more fragile. Pickles, canned goods, even healthy soups can carry hidden salt that quietly undermines your health. Cooking at home, reading nutrition labels, and flavoring meals with herbs or lemon instead of salt. These simple choices can protect your heart more than you realize. But pickled cucumbers aren't the only hidden danger lurking in your kitchen. There's another vegetable that looks totally harmless, until you discover it's fueling inflammation and silently nudging your blood pressure higher with every bite. Now, let's move on to point number 2. 2. Spinach. When heart medicine becomes powerless, spinach, that leafy green hailed for decades as a nutritional powerhouse, and for many, it truly is. But what if I told you that for adults over 60, especially those on heart medication, spinach could quietly shift from superfood to silent threat as a heart surgeon? I've seen far too many well-meaning patients committed to eating clean accidentally interfere with the very medications keeping them alive. Here's why spinach is packed with vitamin K, which plays a key role in helping your blood clot. But here's where the problem begins. If you're taking blood thinners like warfarin, often prescribed after heart attacks and strokes, or for conditions like atrial fibrillation, too much vitamin K can undo your treatment. It thickens your blood. It cancels out the effects of your medication. And the most dangerous part? You might not even know it's happening. You feel normal. You assume your meds are working, but behind the scenes, your body is losing its shield against deadly clots. I've treated patients who suffered strokes or major clots simply because they started drinking spinach smoothies or loading up on large salads, unaware of the risk. Spinach itself isn't the villain, but inconsistency is. If you choose to eat spinach, do it with balance and do it consistently. And most importantly, always talk to your doctor before making changes to your diet. Because what's on your plate can either support your medicine or sabotage it. Here's the bottom line. Not every vegetable is heart-friendly for every senior. In fact, some can be more dangerous than a salty bag of chips if you're not paying attention. So if spinach can quietly neutralize a prescription, what other seemingly innocent foods might be doing the same? Let's talk about the next one, something you probably have in your fridge right now, but with more hidden salt than you'd believe. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, drop a 1 in the comments so I know you're tuned in. Let's talk about that next. 3 raw sprouts, a crisp little trap for your aging heart. They look fresh, lively, even invigorating. Sprouts like alfalfa, mongbaan, or soybean often get labeled as superfoods, crunchy, enzyme-rich, packed with clean, rough energy. For many health-conscious older adults, sprinkling them over a salad or stuffing them into a sandwich feels like the smart, wholesome choice. But beneath that delicate appearance lies a risk that quietly chips away at your heart health. Sprouts grow in warm, humid conditions, the perfect breeding ground for harmful bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. While younger people might get away with a bad stomachache, the story is very different for seniors. As we age, our immune defenses weaken. The body no longer fights infection with the same speed or strength. A mild case of food poisoning can spiral into sepsis, severe dehydration, or even an infection of the heart's inner lining, a serious condition known as endocarditis. In my years caring for elderly patients with heart conditions, I've seen contaminated sprouts lead to ER visits, irregular heartbeats, and worsening heart failure. The body can't focus on healing the heart when it's busy battling an infection. And sadly, these infections often slip under the radar until it's far too late. It's a painful irony. You're trying to eat better, cleaner, greener, fresher, but you end up hurting the very thing you're trying to protect. That's why raw sprouts should never be underestimated. If you love them, cook them. A quick sauté or steam is enough to kill the dangerous bacteria while keeping their flavor and nutrients. When it comes to guarding your heart, it's not just what you eat, it's how your body can handle it now, not 20 years ago. And if something as small as a sprout can carry that much risk, what about the vegetables that seem safe, but quietly clash with the heart medications you're taking every day? 4 red chili peppers, the spicy spark that's secretly straining your heart. For many older adults, food isn't just about calories or nutrition. It's memories on a plate, a taste of culture, a warm sense of comfort. And nothing brings that comfort to life quite like a little heat. A pinch of red chili, a rich, spicy broth. That kick that wakes up the tongue. It's tradition. It's flavor. It's love. But what most people don't realize is that this fiery little ingredient could be setting off a slow, silent alarm in your chest. Hot chili peppers, especially the more concentrated, intense varieties, trigger a chain reaction inside your body. They stimulate your nervous system, ramp up adrenaline, and speed up your heart rate. Now, for someone young and healthy, that might not sound like a big deal. But once you're past soixante, with stiffer arteries and a more delicate heart, that same reaction can become risky. I've had older patients come in after dinner complaining of heart flutters, tightness in the chest, even blood pressure spikes, and more often than not, they'd just enjoyed a spicy meal, but they never connected the dots. See, the real issue isn't the heat itself, it's how your body reacts to it. Your blood vessels constrict, your pressure climbs. And if you already have high blood pressure or any kind of heart condition, that one innocent bowl of spicy food can tip your heart into an unsafe rhythm, or worse, over time. Repeated exposure to strong chili peppers can cause chronic inflammation in your arteries, wearing down the pathways your heart depends on to keep you going. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you to eat bland food forever. You don't need fire to make food flavorful. Gentle herbs, garlic, fresh ginger, citrus. These can add depth and life to your meals without straining your heart. So tune into what your body is trying to tell you. Comfort food should never come at the cost of cardiovascular stress. And if chili peppers, something so widely adored, can quietly chip away at your heart's health, what happens when something known for healing goes wrong when eaten raw? You'll want to hear about the next one. 5. Raw garlic. When a natural remedy quietly turns against your heart, garlic has long been hailed as a superstar in the world of natural medicine for generations. It's been celebrated for lowering cholesterol, thinning the blood, and boosting heart health. Many older adults swear by it, chopping it into meals or even swallowing raw cloves like a daily dose of nature's cure. But here's the catch. Even the most powerful natural remedy can become harmful when misused. Raw garlic, in particular, is a very strong blood thinner, and when it's taken alongside certain heart medications, especially anticoagulants like warfarin or even aspirin, it can dangerously intensify their effects. This can push your blood's consistency past a safe point, making it too thin. The risks: uncontrolled internal bleeding, severe bruising, and in some cases, life-threatening hemorrhages. I've treated patients who came in with relentless nosebleeds, black stools, or sudden drops in blood pressure, all while thinking they were simply being healthy with garlic. And the concern doesn't stop at bleeding. When eaten in large raw amounts, garlic can cause your blood pressure to drop suddenly. For those already taking medication for high blood pressure, this can lead to dizziness, exhaustion, or even fainting. Eventually, the heart might not get enough blood flow, and that's when real damage begins. What's heartbreaking is that it feels like you're doing the right thing. You're not reaching for junk food. You're not being reckless. You're simply putting your trust in a remedy that's been passed down for ages. But the truth is, even natural foods come with boundaries. And once you hit 60, your body doesn't react to things the way it used to. Good health choices aren't just about tradition, they're about understanding. If you love garlic, go ahead and use it, but cook it. And keep the portions sensible. And before turning it into a daily habit, always have a conversation with your doctor. Because if something as common as raw garlic can pose hidden risks, what about something even more ordinary? Something fresh, crunchy, and often eaten raw, yet may be hiding an invisible threat. What secret danger could be sitting in that innocent-looking sprout? Let's take a closer look. What's next might be sitting on your plate tonight. 6. So, What should seniors actually eat to protect their hearts? Now that you've learned which vegetables might quietly be doing more harm than good, you might be wondering, so what can I eat? Then, what foods truly help your heart recover, stay strong, and thrive, especially after 60? Here's the truth. It's not about trendy diets or so-called superfoods. It's about real, nourishing vegetables that care for your aging heart the way it deserves. You want foods that calm inflammation, regulate blood pressure, strengthen your blood vessels, and most importantly, work with your medications, not against them. Things like lightly steamed broccoli, oven-roasted carrots, sauté cal, sweet potatoes, cooked tomatoes, and heart-loving legumes such as lentils and green beans, they're all fantastic choices. These foods are rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and healing plant compounds that protect your arteries and ease the workload on your heart. Unlike raw sprouts or overly salty pickles, these veggies are gentle on your system. They digest easily, and they help keep your blood sugar and pressure nice and steady. By the time you're over 60, your heart doesn't want fads. It wants consistency, nourishment, and foods that love it back. I've seen patients transform their heart health not just through prescriptions, but by building plates that are warm, simple, and healing. A handful of steamed greens, a roasted root veggie, a humble bowl of lentil soup. These little changes, done daily, can undo years of silent stress. And if you're worried healthy food means flavorless food, I think again. Fresh herbs like rosemary, turmeric, garlic in moderation. Add a splash of lemon juice. They wake up your plate without adding strain. Because food should feed not just your heart, but your soul too. But now that you know what to eat, there's something else, just as important. Because even the best vegetables can't save a heart that's being silently worn down by one small, deadly habit. Let's talk about that next. Your heart still has time. Your heart has been there for you, faithfully beating over 2 billion times by the time you hit 60. It's never asked for anything. But now, it's asking for your attention. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means becoming wiser. And wisdom means recognizing that what helped your body years ago might quietly harm it today. The veggies that once nourished you could hurt you now if eaten the wrong way, at the wrong time, or combined with medications that don't mix. But here's the beautiful part. You're not too late. Your body isn't beyond repair. Every little step you take today, from what you eat, to what you skip, how you move, how you rest, can begin to reverse years of hidden damage. I've seen it happen. Seniors who felt exhausted, breathless, discouraged, they came back stronger. Their heartbeat steadied. Their minds cleared. Their steps got lighter. And they didn't do anything drastic. They just started paying attention. They listened to their bodies. They made better choices one day at a time. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Your heart still has time. It still has power. It still has love to give to you, to your family, and to the life you've built. So start today. Take another look at your plate. Rethink your daily routines. Take back your energy, because your next heartbeat is a gift, and it's yours to protect. These lessons are here to remind you, you deserve a life that feels full and true. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one insight that resonated with you today? What's one thing you're ready to apply in your own life? Let's support each other on this journey of taking better care. If you enjoyed this video, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to leave a 0. Your feedback truly matters. And if you'd like more videos like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your terms. Thank you.